completed the addition of number bases in our previous lecture. We continue with the subtraction of number bases. Like we have explained, when we are dealing with addition of number bases, there is one particular key to note when you are dealing with this operation on number bases. You have to know that anytime you are dealing with number bases, the base must not appear in your solution, and you must not have a digit that is beyond the base. But in the case of subtractions of numbers of number bases, it is a little bit tricky compared to the addition concept. The reason being that anytime you are dealing with subtraction of number bases and you are expected to borrow one or lend one from one digit to the other, the number we normally deal with subtraction. Anytime you are borrowing one, that digit you are borrowing represents the base you are dealing with. Let me give you one example in nature. Let's assume that you are giving an instance like this. You have 28, and you are subtracting from here, you are subtracting 19 from this. If you are subtracting like this, our normal subtraction, without writing any of the bases, we know that this is base 10. And this is 28 minus 19. Each of the numbers is in base 10. So when you are subtracting, obviously, I can't remove 8 from 9. So what do? I borrow 1 from these two. When you borrow that one, you are placing the 1 here. Actually, mathematically speaking, you are not just putting the 1 beside the 8. What you did is that this is base 10. So every digit you carry or you borrow in that respect is 10 plus the 8. That makes it 18. That's why we call this one 18. So 9 minus 18 is 9. That is why we get our answer to be 9. So the concept of subtraction is a little bit different from addition. Let's give another example with this. 1, 1, 1, 1 minus 1, 0, 1. Let's assume we have this type of thing. And this is in base 2. This is in base 2. For instance, it's a very simple addition we are giving here. This is 1 minus 1, 0. This is 1. This is 0. This is 1. Of course, this is more direct compared to the first one we did. So we're going to give more example after this. Now we're going to give one more example to make this operation clearer to us. We have given ourselves a very basic example when we are dealing with subtraction of number system. So let's give one last example. You are given something like this. You have to subtract, or you are given a question to evaluate. Let me say you are asked to evaluate we are given a question like this. Each of it is in base 5. Don't forget, when you are dealing with any computation in number base, they must be in the same base before you can compute on them. So let's assume you have something like this, and you have to compute. This is a combination of addition operation and subtraction operation. So just to conclude, by giving an example of the two operations we have dealt with so far. So let's deal with the addition concept first, then we subtract this from it. So this is 3, 4, 2 plus 1, 2, 3. We have explained this addition in our first lecture. So in addition, we just add like we normally do. 2 plus 3 is 5. 4 plus 2 is 6. Of course, my bad. 2 plus 3 is 5. You cannot write 5 because this is base 5. Then we have 2 plus 3 is 5. What let's say you do, you divide this by 5, then you have 1, you minus 0. You only write 0. The reason why you won't write 5 is because you are dealing with base 5. So we have 4 plus 2 is 6. 4 plus 2 is 6. Then that 6 plus this one is going to be what? 7. Then that's 7 divided by 5. That's 1 remainder 2. You write the remainder here. Then we also go to the last one. 3 plus 1, that's 4. 4 plus that one here, that's 5. We can't write 5. Then we go through it using this. That's 5 divided by 5. That's 1 divided by 7. First write the remainder, then you have the 1. This one still give us answer in base 5. Then with that, we can subtract the digits 2, 2, 3 from it. Then we can say 1, 0, 2, 0 base 5 minus 2, 2, 3 base 5. Of course, when you look at this now, I can't remove 3 from 0. This gives a practical example of what we have been talking about. So I have to borrow 1 from here. If I borrow 1 from these two, because it is base 5, that 1 will be 5, not 50. It is going to be 5. Then that 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 can still be represented in base 5. This one is 1. You have to borrow 1 from here. When you carry that 1, it's going to be added to this. That's 5, right? Then you have to carry 1 again to this point. Don't forget that you are left with 1 here. So when you have 5 plus that 1 is going to be 6. Then that's 2 minus 6. This one is going to be 4. What do you have here? This one, when you carry it, it was 5. But you have to carry 1 away from it. So this is left with 4. So this one is going to be 2 base 5. These that are here, 2, 4, 2, they are numbers that are less than 5. So with this, we can say that we have concluded the two basic concepts, the two basic operations on number system, the addition and the subtraction. Let's meet for the last aspect of this particular series of lecture, of this first aspect of lecture. Till we meet again. We have come to the end of this lecture finally. Expect more of this kind in our next series. If this lecture has helped you to understand the concept of number system, kindly like and subscribe to my channel for more of this kind. If you have any particular question that you are interested in asking from me, kindly link up with me with my social media platform, which will be put in the description box below. And finally, if you want me to make a video on any of the topics, especially the topic that are covered in West African Examination Council, because we are doing this series in preparation of this exam, you can comment below and I'll pick it up from there. Till we meet again, always remember, ideas rule the world.